Hi, hello to the participants and welcome to the webinar titled Packages and Add-ons for SAP IDM. For whom is this webinar? For security people, administrators and managers, basically for people working and managing a big amount of user information in their companies. In this webinar, you will learn the functionality of the new add-ons. Also, all of you will receive a certificate in the end of this webinar if you take a couple of minutes to take the test at the end. Here are simple user cases, Max Manager and Hans Administrator. Max needs the data urgently and consistently. The standard approach takes very long, doesn't have any time to wait for the results. Hans needs a quick solution in order to provide the requested data. However, he doesn't know about the add-ons. On the next slides, I will show you the solution for the both problems. The agenda, I will present the available identity management add-ons, authorization metrics, self-service, external users, notification, integrity check report, password change reset, mass user data administration, BPM connector for IDM, and the last one, generic web service integration. Your speaker, I'm Simona Lincheva. I work for IB Solution Bulgaria, and I'm IDM SAP consultant for 3.5 years now. First, we will start with the authorization metrics. The authorization metrics allows you to control the business roles within IDM. This tool provides validation rules, easy rollback to a previous version, and automatic user access update after business role modification. IDM processes the submitted metrics and updates the changed business roles. After that, the user access is updated according to the new metrics, and the access is provisioned to the backend systems. Here you can see the add-on created on WebDim Pro. As you can see, here we have two tabs, the authorization metric tab and the keys and properties tab. From here, from the keys and properties tabs, we can predefine the key fields for the specific authorization metrics. As well, here we can see all of the loaded matrices, the old version of the matrices we have loaded in IDM. On the next slide, we will see the same tool created on SAP UI5. The logic behind this tool is the same as the previous one, but here we have a little more options. For example, we have the technical names view, the context view, the template history view, but again, the logic here is the same. Now I will show you a simple demo of this add-on. For example, for this client, a key field here is the company. First, we can see for this country the loaded matrices. We can load an old version of the matrix, or we can load the active version right now, and we can see the active keys for this version. Based on these key properties, the IDM assigns the correct business role to the users. The correct access is assigned based on these key fields here. Now I'll show you the whole process after a matrix is submitted from the UI, how the business roles are updated. I will show you them directly in the standard IDM UI, and after that the user access gets automatically updated across the systems. So here is how the business role looks before the change. And here is the new access we have in this business row. So after the processing of the matrix is done, the business row will be automatically updated in IDM, and the user access will be updated. The old one will be removed, and the new access according the new authorization metrics will be provided to the backend systems. As you can see, the business rows was updated already. The next add-on, self-service. The self-service UI provides a rich functionality and context-based actions to the end users, easy assignment of business roles and privileges with validity dates, simplified selection for manual privileges and some of the most used automatic privileges depending on the customer needs. We can predefine these automatic privileges. Automatic resolve of approvals, partial request approvals, manual assignment of approvals based only on comments, rework capabilities, send back for clarification, and walk and walk capabilities. Here is a simple demo for this add-on. As you can see, we will start by selecting a user. Here we can see the user's current access. As well, we are now about to select the applications we want to request. The request type here is assign unassign or walk. As the user already is unlocked, we can only perform an walk action. On the next step, you can see here, depending on the selected applications, there are different tabs generated here. And depending on the application, the access listed in the different tabs looks in a different way. For example, for SAP, the access looks like that. For Active Directory, it looks like this. So this is dynamically generated. Here we can select the access we want. And after we are done with this step, we will receive a request in our inbox. We have to complete a couple of steps before we manage to finish with the request. So here we can see the request number. This is an automatically generated request number, so we can check the progress of our request directly in IDM, as you can see. Here we can see the applications and some general information about the request. In our inbox, we can proceed with the next step. Some of the requests takes more than one step to complete. They should be approved on a couple of steps, like escalation level 1, escalation level 2. So depending on the access we are requesting, the steps, the approvals are different. But basically, after we are done with the here we can decide that the requested access is actually not needed, so we can revoke this request. We can reject the requested access. At the end, we can check the request directly in IDM. We can see that they are completed, and we can go and check the access, if the access is provided to the user and to the backend system. As you can see here, the access is provided. So we've managed to request and complete with the needed steps. The process is successfully finished. As I mentioned, it takes some time. At the end, all of the requests are completed and the access is granted. As well, we will receive notification about the request we've done. So the next add-on is the external users. All-in-one management UI for external users, which are neither HR relevant nor in any other way connected to the source system used by IDM. Easy extendable and transparent for maintenance, auto-generation of user IDs and other key fields, as you can see here. These fields are automatically generated. Here is how the add-on looks on WebDim Pro. And now I'm about to show you the demo we have here. We will start by creating a new user. As you can see here, we can search and create. We have these two options. We will start by creating a new user. Here we have mandatory fields. As well, we have auto-generated fields based on some of the required fields. For example, after we select the language, the company field is automatically filled here. After the user is created, the user ID is automatically generated. Here we can check and see the user in the standard IDM UI. Now we can search for this user in the external user UI. Here we will terminate the user. The user is terminated by setting up an old value for the validity of the user. Now you can see in the standard IDM UI, the user is no longer available from the basic search. We can extend the search and search for inactive user. So also we have auditing information about each change we made from this UI. Here we have the rehire option, functionality not supported by the standard IDM workflow. The rehire is not supported functionality, but we have managed to work around it. So from here you can easily rehire any external user in the system. Now you can see the system is active and you can see him from the standard IDM UI. Also we have a history view here for each change we made. So that was the next add-on, the notification add-on. These two extend the standard IDM notification capabilities and provide a user-friendly UI for notification management. Notifications are sent based on some key fields as user action, organization, and system application. The logic is easier for maintenance and customization. Here we have to distinguish UIs. The language organization UI. As you can see here, we can predefined languages and organizations here. The available languages are only the ones existing in IDM. We cannot put here a non-existing language. In the receiver UI, again, in the receiver UI, the data listed in the drop-downs, in the repository drop-down and the action drop-down, is coming directly for IDM. So here we can not put a non-existing system or action. The translation UI, here we have the filter option. As on first vote, this UI looks like that. We should filter by some field here, so we can see the already existing translation in IDM. As well, if we want, we can import already prepared files with some translations and load them directly in IDM. So it's pretty user-friendly UI and easy to use. The next add-on is the integrity check report. This tool can run a report between all available systems in IDM and IDM itself. As well, the report can be made across 2 or more systems depending on the customer needs. User-friendly and easy for customization UI, enabling the end users to perform identity integrity check across the systems. The integrity check report can be executed a couple of times a day, depending, of course, of the customer's needs. Here we can see a list with available reports generated for the selected day. Now I'll show you the demo we have for this add-on. Here we can select the report. We will select the day we want and select one of the generated reports. On the next step, we can see all of the inconsistencies we have in the systems for at that time. As well, here we have a detailed information for each inconsistency. As well, we can filter by, for example, by title. We can filter only if you want to check only some of the results. So the next add-on is the password change reset. This add-on dynamically generates the available systems based on the logged in user information and allows to select only the systems you want for password change or reset. As well, we have added a progress bar and system status, so in case the password provisioning fails in IDM or in the backend system, the user will see an error state directly in the UI here. Now, here is the demo we have for this add-on. We will start with password reset. As the user doesn't know his password, we will start and generate the first step of the process. From here, we will receive an email with a link for the password recovery UI. From here, the password recovery process is started in IDM. And after we are done with the resetting, the automatic reset has finished, so we can put our own password here and we can start the password reset process. Here you can see for the selected systems we have a progress bar at the top, and here we have a system status. Now I'll show you the standard password change process. Here again we can select only from the systems available for the logged in user, and we can input the old password and set up our new password. Here we have some validation rules, and after the password change process is started, we can see the progress from our UI. Again, the progress bar is automatically updated after the change is done for each system. At the end, we can close the window, or not, depending if we want. The next add-on, Mass User Data Administration. Mass User Data Administration UI will provide role-based access for administrators and managers. UI is used for user master data and access maintenance. Load of user data directly from IDM or from file. Easy way for export of user data if you want. This tool will solve a lot of difficulties in managing mass number of identities and identities master data and access across the company systems, maintaining access permissions and authorization during mass employments, internal movements, and company changes. Here is how this add-on looks on SAP UI5. As you can see, we have 4 options here. The master data update option, from where we can select a number of available attributes. For example, if we want to mass change the user's position or something else, we can select the attribute we want, and then we can filter the users we want to update. The next option is mass access update. The next one, mass user walk unlock UI, from where we can only walk already unlocked users or unlock already locked users. And the last one is file import option, from where we can import already prepared file and submit the file directly from this UI. After all, if we want, we can check all the created requests directly from the standard IDM UI. We can search for them, check their status. If there is an error, we will see the error message here. Now I'll show you a small demo of this UI. Here we will start with master data update. First, we will select the attributes we want to update, the job ID, first name, last name. Then we will filter the users we want to update. As you can see, here we have a big amount of users generated from the first filter. So we will restrict the results by adding additional filter. Here we will replace some attribute values, and we can execute our request. Here we have our request ID as well. Then we can continue and make master access update request. First, we start by filtering the users we want, then the access we want. We will select the action. Now we are doing an assignment. After we are ready with our request, we can submit this request. The next step is to execute walk unlock request. All of the created requests are stored in a IDM queue, so all of them will be completed one after another. we can check their status from here. If we go back to the standard IDM UI, we can see the requests we have managed to do. And the last step is to execute file import request. As you can see, we have some basic validations embedded in our add-on. The nice thing here is that if you don't refresh your UI, Mass User Data Administration UI, you can see the status of each request you have managed to do. So I can go back to the master data request and I can see the status of my request. I can go back to the master access update and I can see the status of my request if the request is done or not. So this one is a pretty nice option here. And when we are done, the user's master data is updated in IDM in the backend system, and the requested access is provided to the backend systems. As well, we have all the information for the request we have managed to do from this UI. I kept in the standard IDM UI, so we have the needed auditing information here. Okay, the next add-on is BPM connector for IDM. The creation of a module such as the IDM to BPM connector will allow for the cooperation between these two applications and let the business have a quick and easy user creation and authorization approval process. The connector allows to start BPM approval processes directly from IDM. It has the ability to gather process instance related information and knows the progress of each user request. The goal of this add-on is to ease communication between IDM and BPM. In this way, extends the approval processes in IDM and makes them more flexible and easy to customize. Separate process implementation for IDM implementation, and in this way allows the processes to be handled by process specialists. In more technical details, here you have two different passes from BPM and to BPM pass. The last add-on is the generic web service integration. Develop IDM extension pass for calling SOAP web services. The pass will be able to pass parameters to any available method from in any SOAP web service and return a result if such present. The goal here is to ease communication between IDM and external applications. Again, here we will have two different passes from web service and to web service pass. Now, if you have any questions, you can ask now, or if you want, you can think about them and send them to me via email. Now, let's see. Okay. I will wait. If you need a couple of minutes to think for any questions regarding the presented add-ons. If you have any questions regarding some specific information you want to know about the the add-ons. For example, you want more details about how this add-on works. Okay, so that was from me. Thank you all. If you want, you can go here and take your final question. Okay.